All right, ready for a deep dive. Today we're tackling something pretty interesting. It's about why people who are all about raising their vibrational frequency, that good vibe energy, well, they often end up feeling kind of, well, more alone.
Yeah. It's like you'd think more positivity, more self-awareness would equal more connections, but it doesn't always, huh?
Exactly. And just so we're all clear, when we say vibrational frequency, we're talking about the energy we give off, right?
Mhm.
Like it's based on thoughts, emotions, our whole outlook. And for this deep dive, we're looking at a YouTube video from Joe Dispenza. He really breaks this down.
Oh yeah, Dispenza. He's great. He says like when you're raising your vibration, it's like a mental software upgrade, you know? You start seeing the world, the people in it totally differently.
Sure. Like you're suddenly more aware.
Yeah, yeah. Like imagine you used to hate networking events, right? They felt so fake.
Mm,
But as your vibration shifts, suddenly you're genuinely interested in the people there. It's a chance to grow, maybe collaborate.
that's a good example. It's like you're tuned into a different channel, picking up stuff you never noticed before.
Exactly. And Dispenza doesn't just leave it at some vague spiritual thing. He links these higher frequencies to, get this, gamma
Gamma
brainwaves.
brainwaves, those are the ones.
Yeah, the ones linked to like deep insights, feeling connected to everything. There's actual neuroscience behind this. Think of those moments of creativity, like when a musician is just flowing totally in the zone. That's gamma brainwave territory.
Okay, so there's science to back this up. But how does this lead to feeling alone?
Well, Dispenza, he uses a great analogy. Musical instruments. To make harmony, they got to be tuned to the same note, right?
Mhm.
If one's off key, it messes up the whole sound. It's the same with people. If your vibration's higher, connecting with people on a different wavelength, it's tough.
It's like trying to talk deep philosophy at a party where everyone's gossiping.
Right.
The vibes just clash.
Totally. And to make it even harder, Dispenza says lots of societies, they operate on lower frequency emotions. Fear, envy, competition.
So you're like swimming upstream. No wonder it's exhausting. But wait, is he saying all of society's like this? What about kind, compassionate people? Their energy's got to be different.
That's a sharp point. It's not about labeling whole groups. It's realizing we all vibrate differently based on tons of stuff, and that affects how we see and interact with the world. There'll always be people who resonate higher, no matter the overall vibe.
That makes sense. It's more about noticing those subtle energy dynamics, how they affect our connections.
Exactly. It's about getting why you might feel out of sync sometimes and knowing, hey, it's not bad. It just shows your energy's evolving, you know?
Okay, so we've talked about feeling out of sync. But what's that actually feel like day to day?
Well, that's where heightened sensitivity comes in. Like when you raise your vibration, it's almost as if your energy radar gets way more sensitive to the little things. You pick up on emotions and tensions, even the vibe of a place, way more than before.
Like your intuition's on overdrive. You're noticing stuff others miss completely.
Yeah, that's it. Dispenza talks about, get this, your heart's electromagnetic field. He says it actually expands and gets more permeable.
Hold on. So we're talking about a real energy field, not just emotions. What does it mean for it to be more permeable?
Okay, think of it like this. Have you ever walked into a room and just felt the energy change, like a heavy feeling? Or the opposite, like this peaceful lightness washes over you?
Oh, absolutely. I used to volunteer at an animal shelter. It was
Yeah.
tough, but there was this feeling of love there. It always made me feel better.
There you go, perfect example. As your heart's energy field opens up, you feel those shifts more, good and bad.
So it's like experiencing the world in high def, but you feel the emotional highs and lows more intensely too.
Yeah, exactly. It's a blessing and a curse, right? You can connect with people on a deeper level, people who are also vibing high. That empathy, it's like beyond words.
I know what you mean. Since I've been focusing more on like personal growth, the people I connect with most, they're on the same path. We just get each other.
Exactly. But the downside is you also absorb negative energy more, especially where those lower vibes are strong.
So feeling drained after a party or a tough meeting, that's not just me. It's like my energy's being pulled down.
Yeah, you got it. And that's a big reason people who are raising their vibration need more alone time. Not to be a hermit, but to recharge, protect their energy. Like an athlete who needs rest after a hard workout.
That makes sense. If
Yeah.
you're always around negativity, it's going to wear you down. But some people might see that need for solitude as, I don't know, antisocial.
Yeah, I get that. But
Mm,
actually, solitude, it's not isolating. It's powerful,
mm,
for transformation.
Now that's interesting. How so?
Well, when you're surrounded by noise, distractions, it's hard to hear yourself think, right? Solitude helps you tune out all that and really listen to your own thoughts, your feelings, your gut.
Creating a space for your soul to reconnect with yourself.
Yes. And this is where Dispenza brings in the science again. He says, when we get into those slower brainwave states, like alpha and theta, we can process old memories, traumas, things holding us back.
Right, alpha, that's relaxed, meditative. Theta is even deeper, like that space between waking and sleep. How do those help us heal?
Imagine this. Your subconscious mind, it's a huge library. Books are your experiences, beliefs. Some are good, some are outdated, don't serve you anymore. Slower brainwaves, it's like you're going into that library, dusting off old books, rewriting the stories that aren't you anymore.
Wow, I like that image. Clearing the clutter, making space for new ideas.
Exactly. And that cleaning, it raises your vibration, like shedding a heavy weight.
So solitude isn't running away. It's about making space to heal and grow. It's part of the journey.
Exactly. And as you do that, as you become more truly yourself, something amazing happens.
Okay, I'm hooked. What happens?
You start attracting relationships, opportunities that match your new energy.
You mean this alone time, this inner work, it's not a dead end. It leads to something better.
Totally. And that's what we'll explore next, how the shift in energy affects everything in your life.
Okay, so we've covered the tough stuff, the work involved. But now I want to hear about the good part, the payoff.
This is where it gets exciting because, as you go through this solitude, this inner work, you start attracting stuff that really matches your energy, relationships, opportunities. It's like you're putting out a new signal and the universe is listening.
So it's not just letting go of what's not working, it's opening up to new possibilities.
Exactly. When you become more, authentic, aligned with who you really are, you pull in people and experiences that vibe with that. It's like that law of attraction thing in action.
Okay, yeah, your vibe attracts your tribe. Right. But this is like next level stuff.
Dispenza, he talks about it in terms of the quantum field. Sounds kind of out there, but stick with me. He's saying our energy, our thoughts, emotions, they interact with reality itself.
Whoa, wait, you mean my thoughts and feelings can affect what happens to me?
That's what he's suggesting, yeah. And there's actually research in quantum physics that kind of backs it up. The more we're feeling gratitude, love, joy, the more we draw in experiences that reflect those vibes.
Mind blown. So if I'm all about negativity and fear, I'm attracting more of that.
Yeah, it makes you think, right? But the good news is it works both ways. The more we cultivate those higher vibes, the more good stuff we invite in.
So we're creating a ripple effect of positivity coming from our own energy.
You got it. And it's not just personal relationships, it's your career, hobbies, even where you're drawn to live.
It's about feeling aligned, on purpose, with everything you do.
Absolutely. Now, this doesn't mean all your old relationships vanish, but some might fade as you change. It's natural.
That can be hard though, right? Letting go of old friends, relationships.
It is, yeah. It brings up stuff. But remember, you're not pushing people away. You're making space for new connections that fit better.
And those new connections, the ones on the same wavelength, they're going to be deeper, more fulfilling.
Totally. You find people who get you, support you, inspire you. It's like finding your tribe, people who speak the language of your heart.
I love that. So all that time alone, all that inner work, it's not just about healing, it's preparing us for these amazing new relationships.
Precisely. That's what makes this so powerful. You're not just raising your own vibration, you're changing everything around you too.
As we wrap this up, the big takeaway for me is feeling alone while you're working on your vibe. It's not a bad thing. It's part of the process, a sign you're growing, shedding what's not serving you anymore.
Yeah, and if you embrace that solitude, really commit to raising your vibration, you'll be surprised by the connections, the opportunities that show up. It's a reminder that even when it feels lonely, you're never really alone. The universe is there, ready to support you, connect with you.
That's a powerful thought. So to everyone listening, if this hit home for you and you're feeling that pull towards growth, don't be afraid of the alone time. Use it to discover yourself, transform, and trust as you raise your vibration, you'll attract what's meant for you.
And hey, if you want to go deeper, check out Joe Dispenza. His stuff is really eye-opening.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you're leaving feeling inspired, ready to create a life that truly vibes with your soul.